Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Saruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
You feel your life is over? There's a place for such wardens. Saruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
I had visions.
Manifestation. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
Is there anything I can do?
After the Circle, 1,000 years. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of...
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
Complete.
Mother
Well,
Giselle,
how
and
about
she
that?
said you're wrong. Probably. Does it matter? They're just stories.
Inquisitor. Gloat all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
Are you two playing nice?
I'm always nice. You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won. And I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
I think I'll pass.
Of course. First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens.
What better way to demoralize the people if Corypheus appears?
Because now the Inquisition must serve as an example. We must stand where others fall.
That's...
I'm sure you have other...
Fine days to hear it.
No. But you like demons! I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages, and then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman. Good. They will not take me.
You have remarkably little here on early to Vinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
I see. My library isn't up to your...
It's alarmingly chaotic.
How scandalous. Someone alert the Magisterium.
You laugh, but in some places there are punishments for that. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
What else could it be about? What happened at Adamant, of course. We went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one.
Regained your memories. That's good, then.
I think so.
You do realize this... Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
You're right.
Indeed. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Not all of them will be as lucky as you. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
It's exactly the sort of thing... What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck. I ran into Fiona. Seems you have Alexius serving the mages.
Dorian, there's a letter.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter?
Not quite.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
This could be the Venatori. Lure us somewhere remote, then an ambush.
Perhaps. Although this does look like my father's penmanship. Or, could he have joined the Venatori? No, that can't. Well, anything is possible. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with the message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. We've never talked about my family before.
What choices? Leaving Tevinter?
That too.
I think you should meet with this retainer.
I didn't ask what you... That was unworthy. There'd be no harm in hearing what this man of my father's has to say. If I don't like it, however, I want to leave. I wonder how much... We'll find...
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven? The Fade? In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But why? Why were you the only survivor?
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live.
Of course. Of course she did. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did you say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
The captain sent back sketches of the walls. Our experts say they look elven.
Interesting. Does Corypheus send scholars to find something the elves buried? Or something buried with them? Inquisitor. At your service.
All right. We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala. The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been He's Celine's cousin. Celine outmaneuvered him. She became Empress. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their numbers sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown. The Empress is They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress...
We've made the attempt. It seems that our men...
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.